His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa arrived today in the United Arab Emirates. Ruler's representative in Al Dhahra region, Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed Al Nahyan, received His Majesty upon arrival. His Majesty is accompanied by His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and a delegation of senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa highlighted the BDF advanced levels of combat readiness, attributing this progress to the unwavering support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, for the BDF and all its members. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad said that His Majesty the King's support has strengthened the development and modernization of the military and defense sectors, ensuring that members of the BDF can efficiently carry out their duties in alignment with Bahrain's development goals. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Prime Minister, highlighted the BDF's role alongside its allies in enhancing regional security and stability, emphasizing that their efforts are widely recognized and appreciated by all. He reaffirmed Bahrain's commitment to supporting international efforts aimed at maintaining global security and peace. He also expressed pride and appreciation to the BDF and all its members, extending his congratulations on the 57th anniversary of the BDF's establishment. This came as His Royal Highness attended today a housing unit distribution ceremony for members of the BDF in Wadi Al Sail in its second phase, and Galali, held under the patronage of His Royal Highness as part of the 57th anniversary of the establishment of the BDF. Commander of the National Guard, His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, National Security Advisor, Commander of the Royal Guard, His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness Staff Commander Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and senior officials also attended this ceremony. Upon arrival at the celebration site in Wadi Al Sail, His Royal Highness was received by Minister of Defence Affairs, Lieutenant General Abdullah bin Hassan Al Nuaimi, BDF Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Thayib bin Saqar Al Nuaimi, and senior officers from the BDF, the Ministry of Interior, and the National Guard.
أصوافها وأوبارها وأشعارها أثاثا ومتاعا إلى حين. والله جعل لكم مما خلق ظلالا وجعل لكم من الجبال أكنانا وجعل لكم سرابيل تقيكم الحر وسرابيل تقيكم بأسكم كذلك يتم نعمته عليكم لعلكم تسلمون. صدق الله العظيم.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, viewed a model of the housing units distributed in the Wadi Al Sil in its second phase and congratulated the recipients of the units. His Royal Highness thanked those overseeing the construction of the housing units, acknowledging their efforts and dedication in achieving this milestone as part of a series of integrated service projects provided by the BDF for its members. His Royal Highness said that this accomplishment is part of an integrated system aimed at achieving sustainable development in Bahrain, in line with the directives of His Majesty the King to continue ensuring a high quality of life for Bahrain's citizens. He acknowledged the efforts of Team Bahrain in providing innovative housing programs and services, emphasizing that their contributions are key to the success of all development and service projects in the kingdom. His Royal Highness recognized the efforts of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning and relevant government agencies in partnership with the private sector in advancing government work themes and enhancing the provision of housing services for citizens. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad concluded by stressing the importance of redoubling efforts to achieve the kingdom's far-reaching housing aspirations. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued Edict 5 of this year on the general framework for reviewing kindergarten performance following the recommendation of the Chairman of the Board of the Education and Training Quality Authority and the Cabinet's approval. The general framework for reviewing the performance of kindergartens attached to this edict shall be implemented. Consort of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, issued Decision 1 of this year to establish the Committee for Women Working in Nurseries and Kindergarten. The decision states that after reviewing the Emiri Decree 44 of 2001 on the establishment of the Supreme Council for Women and its amendments, and the internal regulations of the Supreme Council for Women issued on June 17th of 2008, and the decisions of the Supreme Council for Women regarding the monitoring of the status of working women in the nursery and kindergarten sector, and based on the presentation by the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Women, a committee named the Committee for Working Women in Nurseries and Kindergartens is established. The decision stipulated that the committee is tasked with examining the conditions of women employed in nurseries and kindergartens, proposing general policies for their professional development and regulation, and recommending suitable training and qualification programs to enhance the quality of the early education sector. The committee shall be chaired by a member of the SCW, Sheikha Hessa bint Khalifa Al Khalifa, and include representatives from relevant entities and experts in the field. Membership will be for a 2-year term, with appointments made by decision from the SCW Secretary General. The committee's responsibilities include identifying key challenges and needs of women in the nursery and kindergarten sector, developing policies through legislative and regulatory reforms, and proposing a framework for licensing and establishing early education institutions in the private sector that integrate the needs of women employees. It will also suggest training and capacity building programs and coordinate with ministries, institutions and relevant authorities to support early education initiatives. The Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed bin Salman Al Musallam, and Speaker of the Turkish Grand National Assembly, Professor Noman Kurtulumus, held a parliamentary discussion in the Turkish capital, Ankara. Al Musallam praised the advanced level of the distinguished Bahraini-Turkish relations in light of the care they receive from His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the support and follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and support for the path of bilateral cooperation, especially in the economic, investment, tourism, cultural and parliamentary fields. Professor Kurtulmus affirmed during the discussion the appreciation and gratitude of Turkey for the efforts of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, President of the current Arab Summit, in supporting security, peace and the Palestinian cause and stability and development in the region. Ways to enhance parliamentary cooperation and coordination were discussed for the benefit of the two countries and brotherly peoples. The chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Health, Dr. Jalila bint Al Sayed Jawad Hassan, were on a field visit to Salmaniya Medical Complex to review operations and monitor healthcare updates. They inspected pharmacy and outpatient clinic operations and observed daily healthcare procedures. Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah underscored Bahrain's commitment to prioritizing public health, emphasizing continuous efforts to enhance medical capabilities and ensure services meet the highest international standards. Dr. Jalila Hassan highlighted the importance of the field visits in fostering direct engagement with healthcare professionals and patients, underscoring Bahrain's dedication to developing an integrated and advanced healthcare system. The Minister of Legal Affairs and Acting Labour Minister Board member of the Institute of Public Administration, Yusuf bin Abdul Hussein Khalaf, said that Khibrat, organised by IPA in cooperation with the Labour Ministry, is a key initiative that supports job seekers by equipping them with relevant skills to integrate into the workforce. During the closing ceremony of the second and third edition of Khibrat, the minister commended the collaboration between the Labour Ministry and IPA, noting that this partnership strengthens employment opportunities by aligning professional training with evolving market needs. Director General of the Institute of Public Administration, Dr. Sheikha Rana bint Isa bint Aisha Al Khalifa, affirmed IPA's commitment to continuously enhancing training and administrative development mechanisms to match the needs of Bahraini youth, highlighting that since its launch 2 years ago, the Khibrat program has benefited 70 participants who collectively developed more than 37 projects during their on-the-job training with private sector institutions. Under the patronage of Her Highness Sheikha Thajba bint Salman Al Khalifa, wife of the President of the Survey and Land Registration Bureau, Sheikh Salman bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Al Noor Charity Welfare opened the Ramadan charity exhibition Ahlan Ramadan at its headquarters, which includes a wide range of products for Bahraini women. We have more in this report.
A wide range of locally made Ramadan products made by Bahraini hands that offer everything new in the world of fashion and Ramadan decorations. In addition to household utensils and food products, with the wide participation of Bahraini and Gulf fashion designers, are included in the Ahlan Ramadan charity exhibition, which is held annually by Al Noor Charity Welfare Society, and the proceeds go to the society's activities. In this edition, more than 50 participants and businesswomen from inside and outside Bahrain are participating, in addition to the Society's committee's initiatives to offer handmade products made by the Society's members, in addition to a fashion show of the most luxurious pieces included in the exhibition. The annual exhibition allocates its proceeds to support the Society's various activities that benefit needy families and all those sponsored under its umbrella.
The Assistant Under-Secretary for Engineering Affairs at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, Engineer Belsam Al-Salam, stressed the importance of following the regulatory standards and requirements in housing project areas to reduce violations related to the expansion of residential unit additions, as well as construction in residential plot projects to preserve the quality and sustainability of residential units and the architectural and civilized character of cities and housing projects. She said that the new requirements took into account the comments and suggestions received from citizens and municipal councils. Their provisions also take into account providing the necessary treatments for recruiting building violations. Director General of the Northern Area Municipality Engineer Lamia Al-Fadala stressed the importance of prior licensing when expanding a residential unit, especially since the law allows construction from the beginning of receiving the unit in accordance with the new requirements for construction in housing projects. The Labour Fund Temkeen announced the launch of a new report on the skills and jobs required in the accountancy sector in Bahrain. This report comes as part of the Skills Bahrain initiative to bridge the skills gap, as it was developed in cooperation with representatives of the private sector and relevant authorities, with the aim of focusing on promising opportunities in the accounting sector for students and professionals. The Managing Director of Skills Bahrain, Amr Marhoun, confirmed that these reports contribute effectively to addressing the skills gap by providing an accurate and comprehensive analysis to identify the required technical skills. This in addition to highlighting emerging jobs that are a priority in this sector. This is done in line with the needs of the Bahraini labour market, which helps guide Temkeen's programs to develop national competencies and enhance their readiness to meet the changing market requirements. The 9th edition of the Bahrain Food Festival will kick off tomorrow in Marazi, Bahrain, Diyar Muharraq, with the participation of over 100 restaurants, cafes and local and international hospitality vendors. The festival will last 20 days, featuring entertainment events, including live shows. The festival will be held over a total area of 35,000 square meters, the largest ever in the festival's history, with the aim of providing a comprehensive family tourism experience that caters to all tastes.